So I was actually looking at for the first time a child maybe 10 weeks old in the first trimester, and you could see this newly formed little face, arms, legs, and this child had been torn apart by a powerful first trimester suction abortion, which is the most prevalent abortion in America. And it's 30 to 50 times more powerful than a household vacuum cleaner. So it's as if you're putting this suction tube, you put it into the womb of the mother and it tears this child limb from torso into pieces, or it sucks the entire child into this waste receptacle.
And getting into, when I was reading the book, you got me in the first chapter. I was gripped from the beginning, and it's because you talked about your first life-changing heartbreak. And that was a really emotional tale, and I think it really kind of shows who you are as a person and how you got what really got you involved in the pro-life movement. So, for our viewers that haven't read the book yet, could you just kind of explain what that first life-changing heartbreak was?
Of course. And that chapter is the first of the book. It's called Let Your Heart Break, because I think any social action, any engagement in a cause that is worth fighting for, it starts with letting your heart be broken for the people that are hurt, for the injustice that's being committed. And that is a fuel. It hurts to hurt. But I think it's so important. And anger is a component of hurt too, because you're angry for what's being done. And for me as a young girl, it was finding out about abortion by coming across this book in my parents' house. They were very pro-life. I'm one of 8 kids, but they weren't pro-life activists in the sense of, going out to abortion clinics or, making that a big part of our upbringing. And so I'd heard about abortion, but I didn't really understand what it was. And I remember looking at for the first time the photography that was in this book. It had an insert, and they were images, photographs of children who were abortion victims. So I was actually looking at for the first time a child maybe 10 weeks old in the first trimester, and you could see this newly formed little face, arms, legs, and this child had been torn apart by a powerful first trimester suction abortion, which is the most prevalent abortion in America. And it's 30 to 50 times more powerful than a household vacuum cleaner. So it's as if you're putting this suction tube, you put it into the womb of the mother and it tears this child limb from torso into pieces, or it sucks the entire child into this waste receptacle. And so looking at this child that had been killed, I could see the baby's humanity, this little 10-week-old embryo, first trimester. It broke my heart. And I just thought, is this real? Is this happening? How can we allow this? I discovered there were 3,000 abortions a day at the time in America. It was legal. It was being done in the name of women's empowerment. And just at a very instinctual level, I knew this is wrong to take the life of this child. And I felt like I should do something about it. And I was interested in a lot of other causes as I got older. I mean, there's a lot of important causes in the world, whether it's, homelessness or stopping, helping those in poverty or, helping those that are abuse victims or traffic victims. But I kept coming back to abortion because this was legalized. This was legal slaughter. This was the greatest death toll, and it was done with the full consent of the law. And it was done in the name of women, as if we're benefited by killing our children. And so that was what inspired me to start Live Action, that heartache, and then the education that I was inspired to get after that heartache, that initial heartache, would lead me to start Live Action.